we take off with some exciting store opening news out of Amazon. And this is huge.
Yeah, we have been talking about this for, I feel like all year and even before that. But Chris, the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. Amazon has finally opened the doors to their LA Amazon Style store. So according to Wall Street Journal, Amazon Style opened the doors in Glendale, California this week. And details are still somewhat limited. I did put out a post this week of somebody's tour from the actual,
I think it was GeekWire,
video.
right?
GeekWire,
or something like that. Yeah.
But the store is featuring brands, not just Amazon Essentials line, but also Lacoste, Levi's, Steve Madden, and others. And as promised, as we all suspected, shoppers can go in, they scan codes on the displayed items, and then an employee grabs the items from the back in the right size and color and puts them into a fitting room and checkout counter. And that starts as soon as you scan that item. So they start filling the fitting room right away.
Interesting.
It also appears that if customers don't have their mobile phones or they don't want to do the scanning experience, that a sales associate can be with you side by side and will send those items still that you want to try on to the fitting room. Or you can do that from your mobile phone at home.
And your
from
your mobile phone in your mobile home if you want. Yes.
Yeah. Chris, what are your thoughts on this?
I think, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that it happened. They talked about it. It wasn't like fake press, you know, they actually went out and did it, which if you actually stop and think about what this is, I didn't think about this initially, but that deserves a hell of a lot of kudos because this thing works really differently than anything we've ever seen.
Exactly.
But in some ways it's like, it sounds exactly as it was expected, as it was laid out. So I don't know about you. I'm sure this is true, but I'm dying to get out there and see it firsthand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think that especially once you start to see it hit more, I guess, mass visits from customers. Like right now, it's still like what the journalists are seeing. 100%. And I think like once you start to see more load put on this store, what those turn times look like, how long it's going to take to, if you request something via the screen in the fitting room, how long does it take to actually get that item back to you?
That's a great point, Ann. Like, I'm actually kind of glad that that we're going to Europe here for a couple weeks, because like I actually kind of want that that's a great, I didn't think about that. It's a great, I want to see that stuff ferret out. But I think net, as I have been thinking about this more since they first announced it in the last couple months until it came to fruition, I'm still really curious if people want to shop this way. I'm not entirely sure that they will. I'm curious what you think on this too, and it's interesting that you said they're picking it as soon as they scan it. I think that's an important point you brought up, because I still feel like this process adds more time into the overall apparel buying process than just buying in, walking out with floor stock, or having to wait for your size to be picked to the back room versus you just taking it to the back room and trying it on on demand.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I still think it's worth trying, because if customers do like it, then you have an entirely different income statement that emerges from this model. But I don't know, net, I'm still, I hate to say it, but I'm having my doubts on whether this store will work as it's concepted, but maybe there's something more to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're right. There's definitely still experiments being run in this store, and the way that this is showing up on May 25th when it opens, and the way that it will be, or how it will evolve in the next several years, will be something different, I think. But I mean, when was the last time you tried to try something on at any other retail store? It's not as simple anymore as like just walking into the fitting rooms. It's finding an associate, unlocking a fitting room. Like, there's still some friction there. So I feel like, now that I'll be able to scan my phone and being able to open the fitting room and it's all prepared for me, I mean, it's a different kind of shopping experience. And so the customers are going to have to adapt to it. Whether or not they like it, we'll have to wait and see. But I do think that it makes a lot of sense. The other things that I like about this, outside of like the logistics part of it, it's not all Amazon product. I was surprised to see that. I mean, you have higher end lines like
it's big too.
And Theory also being in there. It's 30,000 square feet.
That's huge.
Another feature, you can ship product to a fitting room there. So like, say I'm at home and I want to order a box of things, I can ship it to a fitting room, make an appointment, go try it on, and then I just leave this stuff there. I don't even have to like package it up or do anything. It's like instantly credited to my account. So I think this will be, there's things at its core that will make for a better Amazon shopping experience overall. And so to get to your point earlier, like it's still a test though, and what this actually ends up being, maybe something completely different.
Yeah, I think fundamentally, what I like about it is the connection of the fitting room to the product
Mhm.
and to the sales associates without having to actually like talk to them.
Right.
I think there's a there, and other companies like Rebecca Minkoff have tried to exploit that, but no one else at mass has really tried to go that direction. But yeah, we'll see. I can't wait to go see it.
And I think the other thing that's not being talked about here is the amount of data that you're getting just from me scanning that item and
Right.
putting it in the fitting room. Like
Right.
you're building this Amazon's algorithm of product information and personal information about me so that even if I'm not in the store, they know what I like and don't like, and they can keep serving up product whether I'm in the store or at home.
Right. There's a lot of things that could be with this. I
Right.
think that's the best way to summarize it.